think I will tell you the full story on how I knew how I knew who I was, because, well, you guys don't actually know, nor do you actually want to care about what it was that caused me to do this. So, let's say this. I'm 957. I was leaving my home, which was hell, one day, to figure out where I could find some resources for my planet. So I was on my way to explore new planets. Not blow them up, I was on a peaceful mission. Believe it or not. So they sent me there, but I was conquering planets before I before I was sent on this peaceful mission. So I was figuring out where I was supposed to go when I got attacked. Down goes my ship. Due to the impact, I lost my memory, became a farmer. Then I found my ship one day when I was mowing the lawn, because I saw some flashing light. Decided I would go and see what it was. So I went to see exactly what it was that was doing the flashing. And then I met a robot. He taught me about who I was. At first I didn't believe him, because I thought I was pure human. Boomerang. Another boomerang. So I was just pretty much shrugging off everything he was saying about who I was, thinking, oh, this guy is crazy. You know, he's only a robot. He must be crazy. So I didn't believe him till one day I was done working in the field. I went home to take a nap. The robot freaking kidnaps me, brings me onto the ship, and takes me back to hell. And I didn't realize that I was on my way home till I was about, I don't know, 2 light years away? No, that was too far. I didn't realize it till I was actually waking up inside the bed of the Palace of Hatred. Which, I didn't know what the name of it was at first. I thought it was just a normal house that someone saw me pass out outside. That me going to bed was just a figment of my imagination. I was wrong. Pure and utter wrong. I was right. I did go back to my bed. But I saw people that didn't look anything like me. So I woke up thinking I was still human. I screamed. Then someone who showed me the mirror, because we have mirrors apparently, he showed me that, well, he showed me what I looked like in the mirror. I looked like one of them. I asked what the meaning of this was. He left. He brought back he came back, and he brought my father, who I didn't know was my father. I thought he was just the owner of my kidnapper. So... Ow. I will be your opponent. So, I was getting my surroundings. I was demanding to speak to the owner of the people who had, kidnapped me. And then I asked him what the meaning of everything was, because I told him that I was sleeping in my bed, and then the next thing I knew, I woke up and I was on, I was in the bed on, on hell, but I didn't know what to call it, so I said in this place. He told me, oh, that's just Mendel. He's known to do that. So, I knew that there was a ship. I went to explore it, but I never exactly went inside to explore it. Even though I might have said it earlier. I don't remember. Because human memories suck. So, long story short, my so-called father, who I didn't know I had, explained everything to me about how I'm only half human. That explains why I was able to look human. I was surprised, because and of course, every single one of my emotions trigger a new ability. So, I looked around, trying to figure out what exactly it was that I was missing. So, I looked. Also, before I continue, someone tell me, is this a boy human or a girl human? Also, why they never got copyrighted for a Terminator appearance, I will never know. I didn't even need to say what game I was playing, because you already knew. Anyway, back to the story. Now knowing that I was only half human, I was just trying to figure out how to control my abilities, ever since I figured out that they were going amok. And how I figured out they were going amok was, I woke up, my entire room was underwater. Then I fell asleep again, and I woke up, it was on fire. But, oh man, an Iron Man leg. Another one! push through? Ah! Anywho, I tried my best to control my abilities. After a bit, I realized that it was wrong. I couldn't do it. I said it to my father, which then I met my my twin brother, who I didn't know I had. His name was Deathmoan. Apparently, he liked sticking to the moan theme, and he just wasn't creative when he had him, so. I was Demon, I was one of the most creative names that he had in his arsenal. And then he had Deathmoan. All he did was make Demon, but with PH. So, after me figuring out about my twin brother, I asked my father and my brother if he would be able to help me in terms of trying to get my powers under control. They said yes. So they took me. Apparently we had scientists on our planet. So he took me to the scientists. And by he, I mean they. Had taken me to the scientists. And there's only one scientist on the planet. And he showed me how I could control gravity. Now, it wasn't one of my abilities, but it was able to help me regulate my powers. But all except for one. He showed me that, which he gave to me. He showed me the earrings, well, only one earring, that I use to control what form I'm in at any given time. And a hoodie to back up in case I don't have any of them on. But when I don't have them on, my father and my brother had taught me how to control my abilities, at least to the best I could. Granted, they're not completely under control. And this was 500 years ago, when I didn't realize I was 400. Because apparently I was in a coma while I was on Earth. Anyway. My so-called powers, which actually are just abilities, that I mainly use, consist of wormhole, punching a rift in time, the ability to travel to different dimensions without using a ship, well, I said earlier, fire, water, the ability to manipulate. There we go. The ability to manipulate other people. The ability to make energy come out of my finger. Not like laser energy, more of like, alright, I see you, but I need you to move back a bit. Like, sort of the gravity manipulation, but a modified version. Where the ring only makes it so I can make it either lighter or heavier, so it works better in my combat experience, or whatever I want it for. But the ability of the gravity manipulation that I personally own is I can make it so gravity stops at a different point from where I'm at. So let's say, for example, you are standing a mile away. No, not a mile away. That's stupid. 10 feet away from me. Where I'm at has 10 times the gravity of where you are. But you want to come over to say hi. And in doing so, you didn't realize the change in gravity. So the weight crushes you and kills you. I don't get it. Oh. Duh. Now I get it. Now I understand what I was messing up on. I can fly, naturally. No. Hey! It's saying that I'm live. Which I know I am, because you're there. I couldn't help but realize what I was doing and how that was actually affecting what I was up to, like what I was doing. So I have a bunch of that's cool. I have a bunch of gravity. Not gravity. I have a bunch of abilities, most of which I can control now, all except for one thing. The one thing I cannot control is the ability to grow a tail. I wish I was able to do that. I couldn't. Because fuck everything. Let's see. Oh, 2 views. Neat. Okay. I'm sorry, while I'm telling you my backstory, I'm also taking care of this. So I spent most of the days for 500 years. Actually, no, not 500. Because... Give me a second. I'm trying to think here and I'm messing up badly. So right now for you, it's 2017. I found the interdimensional forces in the year... Actually, you know what? Right now it is 7-3, so that's July 3rd, 2017, I found the interdimensional forces on February 25th, 1895. I'll just go by the years. 2017 and 1895. So I've owned the interdimensional forces for exactly 122 years. So if we take that, but put a minus, so it's 957 minus 122. I figured out that when I was 835 years old. But when I went back, I was only 400. So I had exactly 435 years to kill doing whatever I wanted. I spent that time doing what I was doing, conquering planets and destroying them. After I murdered a few members of the species, but not the military, because I don't care about the military. Well, I do, but I don't. You see, let's say, for example, that you guys would live on Mars, and you would look completely different. If you guys came to attack me, I wouldn't give two shits. But in terms of, oh hey, military's everything, because I used to be a soldier, believe it or not, back when I was 248. So, I know what it's like to be in the military. I care about the military. In fact, that's sort of what made me want to make the interdimensional forces. But we do it differently than humans do it. Sorry, I'm trying to recover right now. As much as I can regenerate from any single attack, yesterday, of course, I used to date someone. Yesterday the person I was with, me and it, we were talking. We decided I liked fighting too much. I would not give that up. And the relationship was supposed to be, alright, I give up fighting temporarily while I try to actually figure out where I want to put my eggs. And the second half would join me. And by join me, I mean would actually take care of looking after the eggs while I went out fighting and looking for food. So, long story short, on that, I wasn't willing to give up fighting completely. Because me, when I have to lay eggs, well, not exactly lay eggs, but when I have to give away eggs, I have to do this thing where I have to rip off my own head, reach inside, pull out what looks like a sword, screw back on my head, and you know how dealers at Vegas and stuff, they do the thing where they swipe it off? Sort of like the expression, making money rain. I do that. I have to do that with the so-called sword. And wherever they lay is where, because they go to different planets, that's where, if I ever die in battle, one of them will take over. So the expression, I will never die, is true. Because I will never die. Because the eggs are me. But they're just pretty much me in a waiting room. They're just buying their time. In fact, there's actually 4 of me on your planet right now. There's the me that's speaking to you right now. There's the me that was placed inside the burning hole, as you guys call it, the door to hell, which I find offensive because you do not disgrace my planet like that. I get to do that. Even though I blew it up, I still have appreciation for it. It's the weirdest thing. Ugh. Popmone, what are you doing? Anywho, back to what I was saying. I wouldn't give up fighting, because if it's going to hatch, it would take 10,000 years. On my planet, 10,000 years, it's like a week or 2 on your planet. Because we move very fast. I wouldn't give up fighting. And in result, the relationship ended. So, I went to thinking. What exactly am I going to do? Because I can't keep doing these all day. Speaking of which, I'm thinking about making another channel. Tell me what I should do on my other channel. That's not gaming, because that one's supposed to be for this one. Like, just put in the comments if you want me to try and do what I've seen other humans do, which was this thing called costume playing, reactions, vlogs, where, unlike normal video logs, where people just say what they're doing during the day, I'll actually take you through the extensive reach of my mind, well, not shitting on you, but telling you exactly how my mind works. I could do impersonations, 'cause not a lot of people do that. I can pretty much do a voice act. I could do so many things. I could even do stuff with music. You can give me a scene and I will actually act it out for you. So yeah. Also, before I end this video, I get asked this quite a lot, because people know the way that the lettering is on here, and due to the way I am on my social media, they just looked for capital letters, all capitals, and they found at least one of my profiles on Twitter. And they asked me, what made you start YouTube? How did you know that you wanted to do gaming? And why do you keep doing it? Well, let's start with the last one and work our way backwards. The reason why I keep doing it is because it's pretty much like a bad habit, but one I enjoy doing. So there's that. The second one was, how did I know I wanted to game while I was on this channel? And I expressed to them, it all started last year. I had going for a few months, between the months of November and February, an experimental gaming channel where it was just named Demoned. And within those few months, I had either 17 or 18. I'm probably a little less than a month. No, I'm actually a little over a month into this gaming site thing, and I already have 15 and counting subscribers. So, yeah, I figured, alright, I'll game, see what I can do within a few months. I liked it. So I kept doing it. Then after a few months, I just stopped doing it. Wanted to give myself a few months of a breather. And then I figured I would restart it. So that's what I did. And now to address the first question that I was asked, in terms of things on it, because I was asked 4 questions. I forgot to include the 4th one while I was mentioning them. My first question that I was asked was, what was I planning to accomplish? Simple. I had set my mind, whichever brain it was. I think it was my 48th brain. No. It was my 52nd brain. Who decided, alright, I'm gonna try and do this. I'm not really out for the fame. I'm not out for money. All I'm out for, really, is making friends. But, yeah. I'm gonna try and make friends on here. And I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing to make you guys enjoy your time while on YouTube. That is if you ever decide to watch any of my videos. Although no one actually cares to watch my origins. But oh well. So, yeah. I decided I would do that. So, if you decide to ever be my friend on here, then I will be happy. And yeah. Like, if you ask the demon half of me what I had set out to do, there's no doubt in my mind, well, in one of them, actually in all of them, that the demon half would have said, oh, I went out for expressions, just gaming and pretty much having mortals watch as I do it. But you ask the human half of me, however, and he says what I just said before about, well, before the demon half, where I set out to make friends. I set out because I figured I would share what I enjoy. And yeah. And the fourth question that I was asked was, how did I come up with the name? Well, how did I... Now this is out of my characteristic things. How did I come up with the name Demone? Like it's a three-parter. What made me come up with the name Demotion Commotion? And... actually, it's a four-parter. What made me come up with the name IDF / IDAF, which is Interdimensional Attack Force for IDAF. And why I've well, part 4 was really tricky to ask and pretty tricky to answer, because part 4 was, how did I come up with the number 957? So, I'll address all 4 of them right here, right now. Part 1. Actually, I'll just answer whichever one of them I remember. Reason why I came up with the name Demone, which was actually part 1, is because I wanted something that would mainly express me and what I am, because of what I feel at any given moment. But I'm actually going to take that question and take it a step farther, because I've mentioned many times I'm blowing up my planet, being the last Hadaman, which that I can easily respond for with blowing up the planet was basically just me having one of my random spurts that I just decided to run with. Hadamans. Everyone knows everyone knows of the Greek god named Hades, ruler of the underworld. Take Hades. Take demon. Fuse that together. Hadaman. Although, I guess if you were to take Hades and Demon and stick it together, it's Hadamon. Actually, no. No, that one actually sucks. Hadaman is better, because it's demons, blah. Hades, demon, together. So, voila. Why I decided to come up with the name Demotion Commotion? Because as Demon, I'm naturally just using my raw energy. Let's just say that. Just raw energy. Where I will be unfiltered. I will address whatever's on my mind. I will just aim for the sky and just blast off whatever I feel. Why did I come up with the IDFs or IDAF? Same reason why, and I haven't shared it yet on here because I've never exactly said it, why I came up with DMIZ. Actually, it was on my my thingy, my Call of Duty gameplays. I had on there DMIZ, which was named Demise. I actually have a Twitter where one of my other things that's not Demon, because I own many of them, whether it be Legion, The Ultimate Being, Demon, Deathmoan, Hellmoan, Pupmoan. Actually, no, that one I named my dog. Berserker, Time Ender, stuff like that. I name them all based on what I want. Although DMIZ, I tried to make it so Demon had a work ship before he went over to the interdimensional before he actually created interdimensional forces. So Demise was not run by me. It was run by, well, technically it was run by me, but by another dimension version of me. And might I say, he was pretty much a dick before I killed him. I was one of the top agents. He said to me, because I speak like this, he has kind of a gruffy accent with him. He said, "Yo, Demon, you need to go get this. Go, get it, and bring it back." I was not a motherfucking dog. I did not want to do that. So I calmly expressed myself by bashing his face in. Anyway, the whole thing behind every single thing on here is my idea. Although the game's not my idea. Actually, it kind of is my idea, but I give props. I really do. Because I've just been going along, acting like it's all mine, but really, the games that I'm playing are actually from another viewpoint. Like, if you were to... No, this is both in and out of character. If you see me on the street, and you say, "Hey, Dimon, how's it going?" I'll say, "Hey, I didn't realize I was back on Earth. Sorry, I'll leave you alone." But if you say, "No, I'm just gonna come up with a random name that you will call me, because I like it better this way." Hey, hey, Oniap, which is piano backwards. Onaip. Hey, Oniap. That's a word I created. What are you up to right now? I could say, well, I don't really know, honestly. Do you want to come and hang out with me for a bit? Or are you busy? Either way, let me know. Then I'll start to walk, and if they join me, then they're free. If they are just going to keep on minding their own business, then they're busy. So yeah. And sorry, I got way onto topic while being off topic. New record! The fourth one. I forget what it was. But yeah. Now I have a question for you. This is for both in and out of character. Well, from both in and out of character. The question for you from out of character. What do you want to see from me on another channel? Whether it be live streams like I've been doing, but with a camera, a simple reaction, cosplay, anything. I could even do reviews, which I might actually do. Actually, I will do whatever you tell me to do. I'll even do truth or dares. So there's that. But the question I have for you while I'm in character, however, is if you mortals have any idea what game I should be playing besides Titanfall, when it comes out, Dishonored 2. I already said I was going to be playing this, but so the actual Dead Rising 2, not off the record, but actually it's the same exact game. So whether it, just name me a game, and if, of course, each rating varies on what kind of language I use, pretty much. So, like, let's say, for example, you give me an E game. I'll do one, like, I'll do languages that'll do for everyone. Actually, I'm not sure if YouTube has Translate yet. If they don't, they should. Because I can, let's say for example, I do my live streams in English. And somewhere in, I don't know, in Japan someone decides to watch one of my videos, due to YouTube Translate, what I say in English would automatically be translated over. Or it could be English with Japanese subtitles, which I recommend you either put on the top or the bottom. I don't really give a preference. So yeah. But my question for you in character is, what game would you like me to do? What rating? And how badly would you want me to do it? Like, give me a lineup of 4 games, so I can see how many actually give me titles for games, and I'll choose. If I want to do one from 4 different people, I will. If you give... Actually, I'll ask you for one thing. One... Either... Well, give me one game from the baddest rating ever. I forget if it's an A for adult, which is 18 above, or if it's extreme. Another way, give me one game from the highest rating, one game from M. Actually, no, let's change it up a bit. One from the worst game rating. So, like, X or A, whichever one is the correct one, I forget. Or both. Either way, if A and X are a member of the gaming things, then I'll extend it over to 5. So you can give me one X game. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to do sports when I do that? One A game. Now the X game it has to be X rated. One A rated game, if there actually is an A rating. If not, then give me 3 of whatever you want. Whatever rating. But remember, it has to be 3. If there is an A rating one, then give me 1 X, 1 A, and 3 whatever you decide you want to go with. Whether it be everyone, or teen, or mature, whatever. I'm not really giving a preference. Although, one thing I'm actually against right now is EC games, which is early child games. If you guys want to send me that as a joke, then I won't laugh. But yeah, just actually, you know what? I have my communication device right next to me. I can see what I want. Like, I can see what ratings there are of games. That way I can tell you if there is an A or not. Or if there's even an X or not. Let's go with game ratings. Huh. No. Let's take a look at the video of not game rankings. I want ratings and they put rankings, cause ranking. Ratings. Let's see. Okay, what was I thinking of that's X-rated? Maybe it's movies. No, wait. Okay. I have all of the ones right here. You can joke around and say, play this game, it's an RP. Because it's rating pending. You can give me a K-A for kids to adults as a joke. Oh wait, never mind. It's just saying whatever these are. You can joke around and give me an EC game. But one thing that you have to have is an A-rated game. And if you can't find any, then I'll take an M-rated game. Actually, give me both. And then do 3 of whatever you want, whether it be another 3 M-rated or another 3 A-rated or just an E game, or 3 E games or 3 E10 games or 3 T games or whatever the combination that you have in your mind. Let me know. I'll be reading over the comments pretty soon. Well, oh wait, here we go. Oh, these are new video game ratings. Apparently. Okay, here's where it actually... I'm gonna tell you this. If by any chance you can find me a game with a D, like a D rating, an XE rating, P rating, I rating, LI rating, MI rating, F rating, SR rating. I've been saying rating the entire time when I'm supposed to be saying rating. An S rating, O rating, L rating, or a G rating. I will flat out... If you leave any of them in my things, tell me what game has any one of them, and I will give you a freaking shout out, a subscription. Like, I will flat out I will flat out give you a shout out. Flat out give you a shout out. I'll give you a shout out, a subscription from me to you, and I'll even give only you a way to contact me directly. And by that I mean my social media. In which case I will be more than happy to respond. So yeah, I'll let this go for about, I don't know, I'll give it 2 weeks. Alright? Give you a nice fair amount of time. I'll give you an extra week, cause actually no, I'll give you 21 days. Starting today. So today, 3 weeks from now. If you don't have any idea on where you can find me a game where it has that, also an SC or a these games are, okay, never mind. Those ones are definite fake. Because there's one with PG. Then there's one with SC. Just like how I found one right over here that was, you know, TV. You find me a game with any of the things that I had described, which was D, X, E, P, I, L, I, M, I, F, S, R, S, O, L, G. I will give you a shout out, I will subscribe to you, and I will send you the link to either my Snapchat, or actually I'll send you the name to either my Snapchat, my Instagram, my Twitter, or if you don't have any, that very, very rare one, I'll send you over to my Facebook profile, which I don't ever really use, but I'll send it to you. Send me a message anytime, and you send me a message, and I will message you back. Guaranteed. So, there's that. Anyway. Wait. Back up. So, E is 6 and older. E10 is, 10 and up. T is 13 and up. Mature is 17 and up. AO is 18 and up. I'm not sure what the other ones are. But yeah. Let the hunt begin. And I will leave you with a nice, friendly little thing where I'm saying, for my first time ever, I will actually go back to my old one temporarily. And by temporarily, I mean for only this won't actually only till we can figure only till you guys give me a name. So in 3 weeks of today. So today, all the way. Next week, all the way. By Monday, the 21st, I want to say? No. Wait. Whatever the third Monday is of this month. Because I'm doing it on July 3rd, 2017. Anyway. You have 3 weeks to name me the games that you want me to play. Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll put it on another channel. Then after a bit, I'll start to leave a link into the description on where the other account is. So it's up to you to actually go for it. And yeah. Tell me what you want to see on my second channel, which I'll be setting up soon. So, yeah. And I'll just do them both. It'll make it easier. If you liked this video, like, subscribe, and comment. If you didn't, subscribe and comment. And this is Demone from the Interdimensional Forces, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Let the 3 weeks begin.